Welcome back to the Aimmee Kardashian and the Expert Show, where we bring some of the top experts in the world to help you transform your business and personal life. My name is Aimmee Kardashian, not Kardashian.
And I'm your co-host, Stephanie Thompson. I'm a classically trained singer-songwriter. In this episode, we've been talking about how to awaken to your inner beauty with Mitzi Reed. This is the fourth segment of 4 segments. And in this segment, we're going to talk about tips that you can get to bring out your inner beauty, right? And we have her book here, too, Awaken to Your Inner Authentic Beauty.
And the 3 segments went so fast.
Yes, they
We were
did.
I'm like, I thought that we still have 2 left.
Yeah.
We need to have you more.
I would love to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're talking about the first step you were giving, where you need to take a bath or take time for yourself, breathing, right? That's what you were talking about.
Yes, the first step is breathing. But you talked about the bath, and so did you. And I actually want to elaborate on that a little bit, as far as the bath and doing things. As far as putting lotion, it's as simple as putting lotion. Some people just just put it on.
Yeah.
Really take that lotion and just smooth it on and really appreciate your body in that way.
You're just making me feel relaxed right now.
Yeah.
Really love yourself.
Exactly. That's a form of self-love is when you do that. So, and make sure you put the candles on and, put some soft music on when you take the bath and everything. But the first step we went through as far as breathing, and just take a deep breath, a few times during the day. The second step is, really find and express gratitude in your life. When we express gratitude, when we find it, and we're in that state of gratitude, then we feel beautiful, we'll find beauty, we'll find love, we'll be more in that receptive state to receive even more.
Absolutely.
So that's the second step. The third step is discover and immerse yourself in what nurtures yourself. Whether that's gardening or, whether it's going to a jazz concert or taking a bath, whatever nurtures your soul. And I actually call it nourishing your soul. So do things that nourishes your soul. That's the third one. And then the fourth one is create your environment as a sacred sanctuary. And what I mean by that is, whether it's a home or office, beautify the surroundings. Many people have heard as far as feng shui and the placement of things. So you can place things in the home, whether it's putting flowers like we talked about.
I am into that. I like to put certain things certain way because it just feels good.
It does.
Yeah.
And we've had our home professionally feng shui, and everyone who comes into our home always mentions that. And, some of them don't even know about feng shui, but they feel it and they sense it and they actually express it to us. But, maybe it's putting fresh flowers or, maybe artwork, on the walls, anything that nourishes.
Whatever helps you. It might be just an art picture or whatever might help them. Each person
has their own taste.
Their own taste of things, right?
Right. And and what I do as far as I'll give you an example as far as my husband. He works really hard. I work from home. He works outside the home. So when he comes home, I make sure that there's soft lighting and there's candlelight, there's incense. There's just that ambiance. The environment, and it nurtures his soul because he's had such a hard time, and then he comes in and it's like that
relax.
So that's the fourth one. The fifth one that I do, it took me a long time to really get to this point, and I still have issues with this sometimes, because we all get to the point where, like I said, we're bombarded with media, and you see yourself in the mirror and you're like, okay, how do I look? Or you put something on and it's like, how do I look?
Doesn't fit right.
You might ask your spouse, which is the wrong thing to do.
And he might be so honest with you.
To say, okay, do I look fat in this? Instead of looking at that, ask yourself, How do I feel? What do I want to experience? Who do I want to be? You know, those are the things, because that's going to bring out the inner beauty, which will actually bring out the outer beauty in you as well. But, you know, stop focusing so much on the outside. Yes, you want to, and you talked about that. You know, having your nails done or your hair done, you know, enhancing your strengths, enhancing the beauty. But, you know, there comes a time
the most
where,
important is to enhance inside.
Inside.
And then how you do that, it's self-development and listening to positive things. I think it fills your soul too. It's not
does.
only what we're doing outside. I listen to inspirational speeches, or I search on YouTube just to be inspired, just to get me going in life. You know, it does help.
It does, and I have affirmations all throughout my home.
Yes.
You know, I'm on social media a lot, and I'm on Facebook. And one of the things I try to do on Facebook is every morning, not only for other people, but for myself too, I pick out something inspirational.
To lift you up.
So to lift you up and start that day in a positive note. You know, but yes, it is about self-development, you know, reading, you know, going, you know, maybe expanding your cultural activities, like going to an art museum or studying art, because that's what I'm actually doing right now. Used to do it before, where I would study an artist a month, and I started this year where I'm starting to study an artist a month again.
Okay.
You know, things like that. So, you know, because your looks are just pretty much temporary, you know, unless you're constantly going through the cosmetic surgery, but the inside will always be there, and you can bring that out.
And it does reflect.
Yes, it does.
Sometimes you look at some people and you talk to them and you're like, you forget how they look. I mean, you don't care.
You don't care.
You don't care how they look, because you're just enjoying being right next to them or talking to them. And they drag, you know, you feel the connection, the strong connection with them, just because they're being themselves and being happy. And it's just amazing what the inside does reflect outside. And this book here will help you. 365 days. That's what it is.
365 days.
That's
actually,
awesome.
I have a little bonus in there too. There's a couple
and then there is a bonus.
But it's based on 365
and
days.
Each book have a different thing that I like about. In this book, basically, there is a lot of questions and place that where you could write your own notes and find out your own answers, instead of Mitzi trying to find. But she asked the right questions, and that's a huge to ask.
I ask the right questions when I go through that process. I'll give examples of what I do, and then I may try to get you to expand on maybe what you would like to do. You know, things like that. I have recipes in there. I have beauty recipes. I have food recipes. You know, I have affirmations. It's a variety of things in there, so it's not just
guiding you every day.
Every day. Yes,
that's very, very,
you know,
very nice.
and it's a process. It's not something you know, a quick fix. It's a process.
Of course, it's work.
I mean, you know, yes.
You want to
years.
If you want to be fit, it's gonna take you work to do it. I mean, if you want your spirit and your inside to be, it's gonna take work too as well.
Exactly. Right.
Well, it's as usual. It's great to have you with us,
Thank
and I would
you.
like
I've
to have
enjoyed
you
it.
back again.
Well, thank you. I would love to come back.
Yes. So next week, what we have?
Next week, we have Mac Jackson on the show, and he's going to talk about how to protect yourself and your business from identity theft.
And your kids.
And your kids.
Mac have a lot of information. You do
Yes.
not want to miss this, because if you haven't been gone through something like this, somebody steal your identity or they use your credit card or debit card, I hope you never go through it.
Right.
But if you could prevent from going through it, because I've been through it and you've been through it.
I've been through it, yeah.
If you could prevent it, it will be fantastic, because then you don't have to go through the struggles, the stress that comes with it.
Right.
So, thank you so much for being with us. I really enjoyed being here.
And how do we reach you, Mitzi?
Yeah.
You can reach me on my website at awakentoyourInnerAuthenticBeauty.com.
Great. Until next week, take care, and make sure you tune in and go to AK and the Experts to find out about all of our events and information. See you next week.